Why do girls like tall guys? 12 reasons she'd rather look up. 8. It seems more masculine. This is obviously false, but it's a reason women tend to prefer tall guys. A lot of girls look at a tall guy and think he's more masculine. The taller the guy, the manlier he is. That's how it seems, and that's usually just a first impression women get. Especially for girls that tend to go for more masculine guys, then this kind of physique is essential for her. She associates a tall height with masculinity, which is one of the reasons on why do girls like tall guys. Though, it makes them feel safe. There's no precise explanation for why girls feel safer with tall guys, but they just do. Maybe it's because they think tall guys can protect them more, or having their arms around them makes them feel safe. If a guy is tall, he's believed to be more able to protect a woman. He seems stronger and can wrap the girl in his arms and keep her safe. This is desirable for women from an evolutionary standpoint, basically. Women always chose men who could protect the family and provide. It's basically second nature for girls to select tall guys if this is the reason. Teen. It makes them feel feminine. Women don't always want to admit this, but tall guys make them feel feminine. When a tall guy puts her arms around her or hugs her, it's such an unexplainable feminine feeling. This isn't true for all women, but it's definitely a reason many look to date guys who are on the taller side. If you're relatively short and want to make a woman feel this way, giving her compliments that make her feel sexy and feminine can work just as well. Especially if you're tall enough already, dating a tall guy is your best option for feeling feminine. 4. The media has kind of drilled it into their heads. With our exposure to all kinds of movies, we constantly see girls go for tall guys. I mean, just watch The Notebook and A Walk to Remember, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's been drilled into our heads that women tend to go for tall guys because of the media. The only exception to this is when models pose with guys. And this is still misleading because the typical female model is as tall as the average height for men. The point is that girls have always been taught that guys who are taller are better. 5. Taller guys seem more confident. This isn't always true, but guys who are on the shorter end tend to have self-esteem issues because they're not as tall. Since they know girls usually like taller guys, they feel bad about themselves. Obviously, this isn't true for all. Some short guys are super confident. But if you have the height, then it's natural also to have the confidence. Most of the time, anyway. It's hardwired into their DNA. This is one of the most frustrating reasons on why do girls like tall guys. This is for the same reasons guys like hips, big eyes, and a youthful appearance on women. We've evolved to prefer guys who are on the taller side, as it shows they're more capable of providing. Obviously, this doesn't mean anything now. But it's the way we've evolved. Traditionally, if you're taller, then you're also more capable of providing. It's for the same reason why girls also tend to go for guys with prominent chest and arm muscles. 7. They seem more powerful. We're all attracted to power. By physically looking up to a guy, he seems like he holds more authority. This probably isn't something we notice consciously, but it does make a difference. When someone has a powerful position or appears in charge, it's more attractive. So with the assumption that height equals power, this becomes a factor why girls tend to go for tall guys. Anyone who seems powerful is desirable by women in most cases. It just so happens tall men seem more authoritative. 8. They like being able to wear heels. For tall women out there, this is especially the case. It can seem a bit awkward and weird if you wear heels and end up being taller than the guy you're with. This is mostly just because girls don't want to be taller than their boyfriends. For many of the above reasons, girls want to feel shorter and smaller. And if they can also feel small while wearing heels, they prefer that over much else. If you're of regular height, this can still be the case, as girls don't like the idea of even being an inch taller than their boyfriends. No, tall guys can reach things. It can definitely be a real struggle when you're of mediocre height and you can't reach things beyond your capacity. When you're just chilling around the house or elsewhere, you can easily say, "Hey, do you mind reaching those plates for me?" It's such an ordinary act, but it's an act of service she highly appreciates. Everything that's beyond her reach, tall guys can just do it for her. Thus, they do more housework. If you get into a serious relationship with a tall guy and you end up living with him or marrying him, it can benefit you in terms of household. So if you're wondering why do girls like tall guys, it has to do with the amount of household and the division of work. Tall guys are specifically able to do more since they're associated with being more powerful, so it leaves girls to do less work. It's tall guys who have more range motion since they're taller, so this makes sense. 11. They can easily find tall guys in a crowd, house party, rave, or maybe a concert. It doesn't matter as she won't get lost in these events with a tall boyfriend by her side. Even if she goes away for a minute, it's easy to spot you with your height. Of course, this isn't the first reason why girls tend to choose tall guys, but it definitely counts. 12. They can hear your heart beating. One of the most common reasons girls also love dating tall guys is to hear their heartbeat directly when they hug. Now, isn't that romantic? Tall girls can never experience this for themselves, especially when their boyfriend is just a few inches taller than them.